Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? My name is Kent, and the channel is EOS San Diego. However, as I said last night, I might start calling it EOS Nightly because that better describes what it is I do. San Diego is where we're at, but in blockchain, that's really irrelevant because blockchain is worldwide, no borders. Doesn't matter where you're at. So I might start calling the broadcast EOS Nightly, even though we are in San Diego, and I will continue to keep the channel EOS San Diego, but this broadcast is EOS Nightly. So that's how I'll refer to it in the future as EOS Nightly. Brought to you by EOS San Diego. So anyway, let's talk a little bit. Actually, first thing I want to do is I want to share my screen with you. Share screen. Go to the market. Actually, make the screen bigger because I forget to do that some nights. And go to the market, and let's talk about EOS price. And actually, it's been flat the last couple of days, but we are trading at another level than we were before. So I just want to go to EOS real quick and show you. If we go over the last 30 days, well, let's see if I can find it here. Here's 30 days. You could see that this is kind of like a stair step. It traded for quite a while below $3. In fact, it tried to get through $3 and never could quite make it. And then it did. Then it was a breakout, and then we went into the $3.50 range. And now we've been trading here at $3.50 for a while. Had a slight breakout for a little bit, dropped back, but now we're still within this $3.50 to $4 range is where we're trading at right now. So I think the next jump will be probably over $4.50 to $5. I think that's where we're going. And a lot of people think that the EOS is trading soft or will trade relatively flat the rest of the year. So they're not looking for anything too big, maybe $5. I think I heard somebody predict $5 for EOS by the end of the year. $5 for EOS by the end of the year is like it's a stock, not a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies trade with a lot more volatility, and they move up a lot quicker. Somebody wrote to me the other night, I think in one of the comments, they talked about $4.50, and that's it for the rest of the year. And I wrote back to him, that's funny because if it was $4.50 and that was a stock, that'd be a pretty healthy, a pretty prosperous year. But for EOS, it'd be a huge disappointment, because EOS trades a lot higher, a lot faster, moves a lot quicker, and a lot more volatility than regular stocks do, as I indicated the other night, because you have a lot of trading volume. So anyway, I want to show you why I think this is explosive. It could hit any time, and we could be looking at $50 to $75 EOS in a very short period of time. Let me show you why. Let's take a look at the 1-year chart. This is 1 year on EOS. Okay, if you go back to almost a year ago, let's see how far we can go back. Well, actually, what is today? March, the very beginning of March here. Today is March 2nd. So if I go back to March 2nd on this chart, there's March 17th. If I go back to March 2nd, and we're going to be right around the $7 range. So you can see pretty much a year ago, this was trading in the $5 range. Here's $5, and it was around $5, $6, but it wasn't much higher than it is today. You got to remember, this is pre-launch. This is when a block one was still raising money. There's no blockchain. There's no block producers. And all we had to do is hope that they were going to do everything they said they were going to do. And a lot of people said they weren't. In fact, that was the biggest thing prior to the launch, is that their block one will never release the software, or it'll never get finished. And it did get finished, and it did get released. It was on time, and it was everything we expected it to be. And now we have what? How many apps running, how many coins running, how many different things getting ready to launch. We have big players now into cryptocurrencies. I read Facebook is going to launch a coin. JP Morgan has launched their own cryptocurrency. So we have a lot more. In fact, I was reading today that Facebook actually has a division working on a coin, on a cryptocurrency, but it's separate from everything else. So they're keeping it secret. So there's a lot of big things going on in this space. Big things going on in space. The billion dollar companies are working on blockchain right now. So I want to show you this. This is prior launch, and we're in the $5 range, $5.77 range. And actually on Monday, April 9th, 2018, it was $5.76. And then all of a sudden it took a huge run up. By not even the 1st of May, still within the month of April, within 3 weeks, it had climbed from $5.88 to $21.27 in about 3 weeks. So anybody that thinks that EOS is going to be flat the rest of the year and never reach much over $5 throughout this year isn't looking at these graphs and not looking at this massive explosion that took place almost a year ago, and see how it went from $5 to $21 in a very, very, very short period of time. Now, I challenge you to look at anything on the stock market, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, any kind of stock exchange, and see this kind of explosive growth. And the reason why you're getting this kind of growth is because you have a lot of volatility. You have a lot of volume going on. And like I said last night, and here, you can see this in this thing. This is a $4 billion project, and it's in the 29th of April, it was trading $4 billion in shares. So $4 billion in volume. So you can see volume equal to the amount of money that they raised. But on April 29th of 2018, this was a $21 billion company, not a $4 or $5 billion company. Actually, what is it today? It's a $3.6 billion company. So EOS has traded as high as 21 billion, actually 21 billion 27. So this has been a $21 billion company trading at roughly 3 billion right now. So you could see where we've been. Okay, now here we are, and you can see the rest of this graph as we flatten out here. We are right here. So we are roughly where we were a year ago. In fact, I was looking at the appreciation, and I think on a year, well, actually, let's go back and look at this because this is interesting. Let me see where I found that at. All time, right here. This is the all-time increases on the different cryptocurrencies. And see, as you can see, we're only up 2.78% from a year ago, actually 10 months ago, April 29th. So we're trading within that range. All-time high is $22.71. So, and we're down 84% from its high. That was pre-launch. That's pre-everything. So this can take off very, very quickly. I believe that any little piece of news, any little spark, like what happened with the JPM coin, or what's going to happen in the near future with anything, and so many companies are playing around with this space. So many huge companies are playing around in this space, that anything like that is going to bring a lot of attention to the cryptocurrencies. And of course, EOS is generally considered, the premium cryptocurrency because of the speed of the blockchain and the ability to scale to any kind of application or any kind of project. So EOS is considered, in my opinion, to be the absolute the Ferrari, the Testarossa, the Lamborghini. I mean, this is the top blockchain, and we talk about that all the time. You can go to Blocktivity and you can take a look at this. So when anything happens, you can bet EOS is going to benefit in market appreciation. So I just wanted to bring that to people's life because that's something I think is being very much discounted. And I remember a year ago, because I was doing videos a year ago, just like I'm doing videos tonight, and I was talking about this stuff, and I was seeing these huge appreciations. And of course, as I said last night, I think a lot of people are actually selling coin short. So anytime anybody gets caught a little bit short in this market, and then has to go in and recover, and then of course people start buying because they see appreciation, you're going to see some big fluctuations very quickly. And this is not going to be a slow, meandering, moving up a few dollars or a few dollars here or there and everything. I believe what we've seen these last 6 months is not an indicator of what the next 6 months is going to be like. I think the past 6 months has basically been a time where a lot of cryptos that launched that had promised some sort of some application that was launched that had promised something that couldn't deliver on the promise, like we've had with so many of the ICOs. I think that all had to get flushed out of the market. And I think once we see that all flushed out of the market, and you're going to start seeing some really some rapid appreciation. So I believe within the next 6 months, you're going to see some very, some incredible appreciations in a very short period of time, like we did a year ago. And this wasn't 10 years ago. This was a year ago. So this was recent history that we saw that massive appreciation in 1 month. I think from April 9th to April 30th, we saw that kind of appreciation, triple itself. And there wasn't anything more going on then than there is now. But it was just the idea that people jumped in. And when they jumped in quickly. And the market took off. So here, let's just understand that we are in a very volatile market that could take off very, very quickly. And there could be a massive price spike anytime. All we need is some news, or we just need some event or something to happen for that to take off. So, and if you're on the sideline and you're not invested, then you will miss out. So anyway, just wanted to make that point because I thought it was an interesting one. The other thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the proxy. If you want to vote us for your vote on block producer, the proxy is Eoskentproxy. I noticed a few people joined yesterday, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. If you're somebody that joined our proxy, I very much appreciate that. And of course, we will vote for block producers that we feel are going to be the best for the chain, and also the best for the overall health of this project, because we are heavily invested in it with the challenge application. And of course, everything else we do, the block producing and all the stuff that we do, the nightly videos, and we really are focused on this. I watch it every single night. I'm very aware of what's going on as far as what's released in the media, and of course, what I know as far as what we do interacting with the blockchain on a daily basis. So anyway, Eoskentproxy is the proxy. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.